Good morning. This is Tuesday, April 16th. I'm Andy Neal with your morning check. Authorities say there is no evidence of arson, but a team of investigators has launched what they say will be a long and complex probe into what sparked yesterday's devastating fire at Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. The Paris Fire Brigade announced the fire has been extinguished, and while the spire and the oak wood roof were destroyed at the 800-year-old church, the two bell towers and the front facade were saved. Multiple organizations have pledged close to 400 million euros for rebuilding efforts.
I mean, don't overlook it, obviously. Get it totally cleaned out. You never know what kind of infection you can pick up.
That's Harry Sandu from his hospital bed in Victoria after contracting necrotizing fasciitis or flesh-eating disease. Sandu says he cut his shin playing soccer March 31st, but the next day his shin was twice the size of his leg, and if he had waited any longer to have had it treated, it could have cost him his life. Health officials say contracting the disease is rare but important to take precautions. Island Health and officials from Victoria's Selkirk Montessori School say test results are negative from a potential case of measles. A letter had been sent to the parents of the 300 students warning them about possible exposure. Kids not vaccinated were asked to stay home for 21 days, but the health authority has rescinded those instructions. Opening arguments are expected today as the trial starts for Andrew Barry, the Oak Bay man charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder in the deaths of his 2 daughters, Chloe and Aubrey, whose bodies were found in his Beach Drive apartment on Christmas Day 2017. The trial is in Vancouver. 4 people in Penticton were shot dead yesterday, and police say an hour later a 60-year-old man turned himself into the local detachment. RCMP say the suspect and the 4 victims knew each other. Police are recommending homicide charges. Advanced turnouts suggest it could be busy at polling stations today as Alberta holds its provincial election. Almost 700,000 people voted early. NDP Premier Rachel Notley will try to hold power against United Conservative Jason Kenney. The 4-week campaign is focused on personal attacks and Alberta's fragile economy. Nearly 6 months after marijuana became legal, the first 2 licensed pot shops opened for business in Victoria yesterday. The Original Farm on Douglas and Cloud9 Collective on Fort. There are still 75 license applications waiting for approval on Vancouver Island. The entertainment world is mourning the passing of actress Georgia Engel, who died at age 70. Engel is perhaps best remembered for her role as Georgette Franklin on the Mary Tyler Moore Show. More recently, she was part of the cast of the popular sitcom Everybody Loves Raymond. Well, early this morning, big news for Seattle Seahawks fans.
Hey, Seattle, we got a deal.
Quarterback Russell Wilson from bed with his wife Ciara announcing a deal with the Seahawks, making Wilson the highest paid player in the NFL. 4 years, $140 million extension, and a record $65 million signing bonus. Cale Makar scored in his NHL debut, and the Colorado Avalanche pounded Calgary 6-2 in Denver to grab a 2-1 series lead. And the Toronto Maple Leafs at home grabbed a 2-1 lead over Boston thanks to a 3-2 win. Winnipeg plays in St. Louis tonight, down 2-1 in that series. And apparently Tiger Woods wasn't the only big winner on Sunday. 39-year-old James Aducci, a day trader from Wisconsin, also hit the jackpot. He won about $1.2 million for betting on Woods to win the Masters. Aducci placed $85,000 on 14-1 odds. Well, cloudy and a chance of showers starting this afternoon for areas around Victoria, Nanaimo, and Campbell River, and periods of rain around Tofino, Port Alberni, and Port Hardy. And it's another cool day, and there are the highs around Vancouver Island. Well, we always love to know where you're watching from. Don't forget to like and share the CHEK Facebook page. Stacey Ross will have CHEK News tonight at 5, followed by Ben O'Hara Byrne at 6 and 10. That's been your Morning Check. I'm Andy Neal.